once we've advanced our position past the guard into more like a side control scarf hold, we can really look to pin and go for our mounted crucifix. So from here like this, again, like I'm always wanting my underhook, generally, in grappling, MMA, for controlling reasons, but it's going to really help me on later as well. Help me out later on. So I want to trap this arm, and then I can go lazy boy. I can just start to rest on this. So if he can't drop his elbow to the floor, I'm quite safe. If I have a lazy underhook, he can start dropping, start creating frames like this, exactly. So here's our lazy boy. I could even start hugging my own shoulder, but it takes a range of motion out of this arm. And now it frees up this one to start chopping away. Now I need to, I can't just wait here. Of course I can start looking to go to mount, which we'll deal with later, but I can get some really good positions here, okay? And I want to open up, I want to start striking, okay? He doesn't want that, yeah, of course he's going to block. Now I could stay here in side control, or I can switch my hips. And he's done the right thing, he has an inside tight. This is the big battle. If I try to hit now, he's going to block. So all I need to do is get my leg inside of that arm. So of course I can swim and then drive. So now I have a stapled mounted crucifix. There's two different types of crucifix we're going to deal with. Stapled and pinched. So to get here, like he's blocking, I swim my arm inside and I drive my knee through the hole and drive. So in our staple crucifix, I'm pulling and I'm driving my shin through his bicep. And I can keep it stapled on this one, I can reverse it and switch this one. If I'm going to do my stapled one, I'd much rather get to this position with this leg so I can put more weight over his head. When he decides to go crazy here and start bridging and shrimping, if I have more weight over his head, this is much more controlling. In my experience from this one here, where my weight is down his body, he has more chance of escaping. So if I am doing a stapled crucifix, I'll go here and play around with how you want to block it. You can do it on the bicep, you can slide it down and kill the wrist. It completely depends on their dexterity and what they're trying to do. You can double up on it as well. So in inside position, he's blocking, I swim my arm inside, drive my knee through the hole and drive it down. So I can keep it here like this, I can release it, switch the staple, and we can start to hit. Anytime this guy goes crazy, I can base with my head, I can ride it out, I have good base with my hand as well. Whichever way he turns will determine the type of strike. If he's looking this way, I punch. Here, I can elbow here like this. If he turns this way, I have a nice hammer fist, nice elbow this side. So I can continually turn his head into the punch or elbow. Now, from the inside tie, if I swim, drive the knee, now we're going to move to our pinched crucifix. So I drive, and let go. His wrist is going to slide down, especially when I kick my leg and I can put my foot over the top. And now I go back to the wrist. So pull up the shoulder and slide my leg underneath. When we get to this one, I want as much control on the arm as possible, so I pinch as close to the shoulder as possible. If I'm pinching down here, especially with the elbow out, this is going to come out. So if I trap here, drive it across, go back to the wrist, and slide up the bottom one. Now he has no hands to protect him. He's going to go absolutely crazy, so I ride it, I put my weight over his head, I'm controlling the arm. With a lazy boy, I have my head to base, I have my arm to base, and when he gives up, that's when we can really start to strike. Striking position, swim inside, drive the knee. I can release it, slide my shin down his wrist over the hand, and go back to the wrist. Bring it up and slide. Now, if for some reason I can't pull this up, I can make do with this just being in between my legs. But it's important I don't sprawl my leg out. I give him too much space to bring his elbow back to his body. So if I'm not pinched underneath, I'll bring both knees close to him. If he tries to swim his arm out now, it's very hard to do. Now, if he goes to the floor, I'm easily going to staple it. A lot of guys will keep their hand up towards the butt, exactly, and they'll try and pull their elbow out. But because my knees are close to his body, it's not going to happen. If my knees were away from his body, he'll find space. Whether it's hand first or elbow first, doesn't matter. But if there's space here, I'm not going to get it. So if I'm not pinching that arm, my knees are close. And any time he drops that hand close to the floor to swim it under, I can start to staple. I can go back to here, and start again, pull it up, and back into my crucifix. This arm is now out of the game, he can't block with it. My lazy boy prevents him from blocking here. I'm also using my head if he tries to bring the arm in front. I can block. If he goes crazy here, I just base out, I ride it, and then go back to striking.